Hello, everybody. We're starting another week today, and we want to welcome you to this week. And this week, I promise you that you have a fun time watching these programs, and it's going to be fun. Today, I want to talk about the fact that what do you think? What will happen if you have everything, or if you are given everything that you desire? If you wake up one morning and that particular thing that you've been thinking about, that you've been dreaming about, somebody just brings it to you and proposes you to have the very thing you've been thinking about. What if you get all you've been desiring for at once, all of a sudden, if it just comes to you from nowhere? Will you be better? Will you be better off? Will your life be better off? Well, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. Because what we often don't think about is the fact that we could actually have anything we want. But with every desire that we have met, we have new challenges. When you get what you want, together with it, you have new troubles. If you could have all your desires met, if you could get all what you need, you would have received more troubles that you could bargain for. Anybody that is asking for new blessings or new provisions should be ready for new challenges. For example, if you're dreaming of having a new car, maybe a sports car, maybe a BMW, maybe a Mercedes Benz. Well, to maintain those cars, you've got to think about them you've got to think about that as well. If you think about the fuel that a BMW consumes in a week, and you don't even want to think about the repairs of those cars. Or let's take the example of a lady who wanted to marry, and eventually God gives a husband. Well, any married person will tell you, with a man coming to your life, you don't just have blessings, you have a lot of troubles as well. Because just trying to understand him is a trouble on its own. So with any new thing coming to our lives, we should expect new troubles and challenges. Hello everybody, we continue the talk this week about the fact that what about if you get everything you need? Well, if you get everything you need and you've always wanted or you desire, that is not a guarantee. There is no guarantee there that you will actually be happier. Because first of all, happiness does not depend on what you have or what you don't have. Happiness is supposed to be coming from the state of your heart and from you maintaining peace with yourself, with God, and with your neighbors. But anyway, if you have everything you wanted and you desire for right now, you will not have more joy or more happiness, because when you get something new, with it comes new responsibilities. When anything new, the blessings that you want, the new thing that you have, they demand new responsibilities from you. It's just like when you have your new car, that new BMW or Mercedes Benz that you buy, you need to take care of it. That is called responsibility. You need to pay for the maintenance. That is new responsibility. When you never had it and you only had a Ford or you only have a Mazda, that was a different level of responsibility. Now that you have the latest BMW series, you've got to pay more for the maintenance, and you've got to pay more for the fuel. So with new blessings, with new level of blessing comes new level of responsibility. And I know people who are blessed with a car or with a Mercedes Benz or BMW, but now they are being parked in their garage. You know why? Because their old salary is not enough to maintain it. The same thing with the house. You see people living in big houses and you say, wow, how I wish I could get to live in that kind of a house. Well, just to pay for the utilities and electricity and water, your whole salary will not be enough. So maybe you don't need a house right now. Maybe you just need to maintain the little apartment that you have. Be happy with what you have right now. Don't you be on the lookout, don't be on the rush for something that you're not ready for. We must be ready for blessings. And only when we're equipped and ready for blessing, then we desire for them. Don't just say, well, let it come and then we'll see what happens. That's what has put a lot of people in a lot of mess. So, do you really want to have everything that you need right now? I'm not sure. Get yourself ready first. God bless. Hello, friends, and we are continuing this week today with the week we have started, and we're talking about what if you get everything you've always desired? What if you are given everything you've always hoped for? Will it make you happy? Will you be a better person? It's no guarantee, because with new blessings and with new stuff comes new responsibilities. And we've spoken about that already this week. So this world is full of vanity. People who don't have are busy looking for things they don't have. They run upside down from north, south, east to west just to get what they don't have. But few actually prepare themselves to cope with what they think they need by the time they get it. So, and then, a lot of other people, on the other hand, have what they what they always desire to have, but only now they are wishing that they never had them. Or they are busy and spending their lives just to find out how to maintain their lives and how to maintain themselves with the things they had always wanted to have. So, what do you think? Is it worth it to just keep on pursuing things that you think will make you happy? No. I think what is really worth doing is to just live your life and keep on preparing yourself. Keep on getting yourself ready. Keep on preparing yourself. Keep on making yourself a better person. When you become better, when you work on yourself, things that you need, they will come by themselves. It's just like a lady that is dreaming of having a child, and maybe she's married and she's saying, oh, I don't have children, and she will go any length to have that child. But what she doesn't know is there are a lot of people who have children, and the reason for their sorrow in life, actually the only reason why they are crying or weeping or why they are sad is because of that child they have. Not because the child is sick necessarily, but most likely because sometimes the children that we have, if we are not adequately prepared for them or we didn't prepare them adequately for life, they break our hearts the most. Because the closest things to your heart are the things that break your heart the most. That's why you must just concentrate on getting yourself ready. And if you need that thing, it will come to you. Hello, everybody. We're keeping on talking about the same subject we started this week. That if you have, or you're given everything that you need, will you be a better person? Will you be happier? We say no. So, if that necessarily will not make me happy, better, why am I wasting my life pursuing things or dreaming about things that I don't really know if they will improve me or make me better or not? So what should I be doing instead? Because that's what the whole world is doing. We're busy chasing after the shadows of things. Really, the best thing to do is to just, on a regular basis, work on yourself. We are all called to be made better, to make ourselves better by working more on our spiritual content, on our moral values. Just focus on that. Other things will be added to you if you focus on that. But that's not the only thing you have to focus on in your life. Don't just focus on one dimension of life, developing yourself morally or spiritually. But you must also do things that will make you, that will develop you in mentally, that will make you more prepared. You have to work on yourself in the area of education, especially self-education. Self-education is much more better than formal education. So work on yourself, develop your brain, make yourself smart. And if you're a professional in any sphere of life, well, why don't you improve on it? Why don't you go for a master's? Why don't you go for your postgraduate studies? Why don't you become a better specialist? If you become a specialist, they will look for you. Then you'll be ready now for the things you had always desired. Just make yourself better, and you find out it's so easy for you to get everything you needed. Physically as well. Some people don't pay attention to the way they look. Well, take care of yourself physically. Be in good shape. Eat well. Do all the right things. Just focus on that. And never think about the things. Don't think too much about the things that you really desire to have and keep on daydreaming about things you don't have. Focus on what you have, on making yourself better, and all other things. They will just come to you naturally. Hello, everybody. Well, we're continuing to talk today about the fact that if we have everything that we desire or that we always wanted to have, that it's not a guarantee that we're going to be better off or we're going to be happier. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you have everything that you wanted to have, you actually have more responsibilities, but not just responsibilities. You have more challenges and more troubles. So what's the best way to live? The best way to live, as I said, is just to keep on making yourself better. Keep on working on yourself. Keep on developing yourself. Keep on working on what you already have in your hand. Be faithful in the small things that you have. Be faithful in the little. And of course, if you don't have what you've always wanted to have, if things are not coming to your way, they are not coming your way, despite the fact that you've done everything possible for you to do, that does not necessarily mean that that's a bad thing. It's good for you to be able to live by this philosophy that if I don't have something, it means I don't need it now. Or I might not even need it at all. If there's something that you think that you must have and you deserve, and you've tried your best, you've worked on yourself, you've improved yourself, you've done your part, don't worry about it. It means you don't need it now because you don't know how it's going to end. When you get that stuff, it might not end up well. It might not make you better. Or it might even throw you into more jeopardy. It might, it might hit you hard and make you a worse person. So if there is something that you need and you don't really have it yet, just keep on focusing on what is in your hands. Keep on developing yourself. Keep on perfecting yourself. Keep on nurturing the good things God has given you. Make yourself better physically. Make yourself better spiritually, mentally. Make yourself better spiritually. And as you do that, the things you need will come to you. Now, this does not really mean that you should not dream and that you should not set goals. Set goals, but don't live by the things that you can't touch. Don't live by the things that are not real. Don't live by illusion. As you set your goals, keep on working on the things that you already have available to you on a daily basis. Be the best you could be, and those other things will come to you naturally. Hello, everybody. We keep on talking this week about, if we could have all our wishes at once. Is it going to make us better or worse? Are we going to be happier? We've answered that question already. But the thing I want to challenge you on today is that the best way to live is to, just let the illusions go. Let the butterflies go. There are too many people in our world today that are running after the butterflies and they are trying to catch the butterfly instead of them just to focus on their farm. Just focus on digging your well. Dig your well. If you dig that well, if you dig that soil enough, if you will cultivate that soil enough and well enough, you will run into something precious. You will run into gold. You will run into oil. You will run into precious jewels if you just focus on what you have at hand. Everybody walks on this face of the earth. If you just focus on taking care of what you already have in your hand, it will lead you to something greater. Most people, we despise what we have and dream and exalt and value what we don't have, what other people have, or what we're dreaming of having. And most of the time, we're just building our lives on those illusions, on the dreams of how it's possible or what other people are doing, instead of just focusing on what we have working for us. A lot of people have things working for them already. You have a good job, or you are skilled in something. You know how to iron, or how to sew, or how to farm, or how to read, or how to just those little things that you know how to do. Just focus on those little things, because the big visions and the big dreams that you are thinking about, it is those small things that you have to do, that you are doing right now, that you are good in, where you are faithful, that will elevate you and promote you and bring you to those big dreams that you are thinking about. But for you to really be happy, think less about the big dreams and about the big visions. Just bring them to plans and concrete steps, and focus on doing the concrete steps. Just focus on concrete actions for concrete day. And as you are faithful to those concrete things that you are doing every day, those things you are faithful to will become a mountain and an elevator for you, that will become your springboard and bring you to the place where you've always dreamt of being. Yes, finally, we're in the final day of this week, and we have discovered that if we are given everything we ever thought of having, or we've ever dreamt of, that is not yet a guarantee that we're going to be happier, or that we're going to become a better person. So we've also decided that we shouldn't live by illusion, or dreaming of things that we want to have, or how we want our lives to be, without really working it out ourselves. You are not going to have a future that you have not worked out by yourself. Everything that you are dreaming of having is not just going to come to you like that. It's not going to come to you by itself, just because you are believing or you are dreaming of it. Everything that you're dreaming of having will come according to your faithfulness to whatever you already have in your hand today. It is only what you have today in your hand that will grow into what you're dreaming of becoming. So it is the outflow and overflow of whatever you are doing right now, where you are good, what you are good in. And if you do that very well and you are faithful in it, it is only that will give you the dream, the big dream that you are thinking about. But don't live by illusion. Don't live by those things, by vain imagination, thinking that something will come to you, just because you are thinking about it. No. What will bring the future to you is how diligent you are to what you are doing right now. So the next thing to do is for you to have your dream, have your vision written down and broken. You have to break that vision into steps, into concrete steps, to the extent that you have to have what you want to do on a daily basis. You have to break everything down to every day, so that every day you focus on what you need to do every day on a daily basis. And when you are faithful to what you're supposed to do every day on a daily basis, it will eventually bring you to your ultimate dream. So you don't need to just sit down and dream about it. You need to focus on being faithful at where you are good and what you are good in today. And as you are good and you are doing the best you could do today, you will discover that tomorrow will be the biggest gift to you and for you. God bless.